Okay then guys, thank you very much for your patience. We are back now. We're going to switch into the Dota 2 game because the cast has actually begun, so let me just switch that view over. Like I said, I don't have a co-cast at this moment of time. He's currently playing a game of Dota, so he's probably going to be a little bit late to this. But here we are. This is it. This is the ASUS ROG Dream League Season 1. I mean, what a match. Na'Vi versus Alliance. So everyone loves seeing these two teams, especially when they fight each other. Historically, some fantastic matches. Our last year's TI3 finalists. Alliance did take the prize, but it did go to that awesome 4-5 games, which is really good by Na'Vi. So, but Alliance, of course, did manage to actually take the win there. So Na'Vi at this moment of time, they have banned out the Lycan. They've also banned out the Ember Spirit. So big pusher, big team fighter, and such a hard hero to kill in that Ember Spirit. They don't want to face up against that. And Alliance ban out the Ancient Apparition and the Invoker. So two big team fighters, and also the Lifestealer, which don't traditionally see too much of these days, but it's always a Havorst favourite hero. Na'Vi do pick up the Dazzle and the Nyx Assassin, so some ongoing team fight. Nice amount of sort of team fight control, and don't underestimate the power, I always say, of that Weaver. Fantastic ability there. And the Nyx Assassin, a really good ganker and team fight orientated hero as well. So a lot of nice damage coming up from Na'Vi so far, and they're still leaving their cards pretty well hidden. They're not really exposing what they're all about, where Alliance, on the other hand, now ban at the puck as well. Don't want to give Dendi a signature big mid hero, but they do pick up the Batrider and the Chen themselves. So Batrider, the hero who's all about pickoffs, making his big plays and catching that Na'Vi hero out of position, is going to make heroes, well, any sort of a right-click carry, a bit of a nightmare. Well, he's going to be a nightmare to them, I should say. And then we have the Chen as well. So more of a could be more orientated towards the push, considering they've got Alliance. They banned out a lot of sort of, I'd say, counter pushing AoE heroes from their lineup as well. But that big team fight not to be underestimated. Doom bring a band out from Na'Vi, and they instantly pick themselves up the Luna. So this is going to be that big right-clicking source of damage late game. Big changes came recently to Moonglaives. They have the potential to bounce back onto the same target. So hitting 2 targets does an incredible amount of DPS there. And that big team fight with the Lucent Beam and the Eclipse, and that Lunar Blessing providing 14 bonus damage to all nearby heroes at level 1 can combo it very well with heroes like the Stazzle, who at level 1 has a fantastic slow and nice amount of right click damage. We do get Venomancer brought out from Alliance as well, so more team fight, but I think this is leaning more towards the push. So there's got early game aggression available in that Gale, big team fighting ultimate in the Poison Nova, and of course, the wards are probably going to see this leaning more towards a push-orientated Venomancer. So Luna's bouncing glaives does not bounce to wards, so it's a good hero to go against trying to push against the Luna. And Dazzle and Nyx aren't exactly well known for being able to pick off those wards quite quickly, or even to clear waves that well. So it does like Alliance are focusing on the push. Na'Vi go for quite a greedy pickup. This is going to be a Puppy Enigma here, so once again, big team fight control. That Black Hole always love casting this in games as well. And a fantastic jungler, so able to get a quick level 6. We could even see something like a 8 to 10 minute mech, maybe even a blink dagger, depends entirely on what Puppy wants to play, but I think Puppy will probably be more inclining towards that mech. He tends to be more of the ongoing team fighting, ganking Enigma, rather than the sort of big wombo combo initiation. So, I mean, Navi's team fight, I mean, both teams' team fight is looking kind of scary. So it's really one of those who initiates on here. If Batrider can get a pick up, he's going to make it hell for heroes like that Luna. But then Dazzle, that really long range Shallow Grave, 1,000 range, could be enough to protect her just in case worse happens. And if she manages to pop off Satanic late game, that's gank turnaround. So interesting hero choices. I mean, I'm always happy to see Enigma as well. I love the big plays with that ultimate, the Black Hole, and I do like his Aghanim Scepter is a bit of a luxury item on him. It's not exactly a core item, but it's still a nice thing to have, so should be pretty good. And we do have a Rubik pickup by Alliance, so if the enemy's got a lot of good abilities and a lot of good ultimates, what you're going to do, you're going to take them for your own. So he's going to provide some passive damage reduction, some fantastic laning control with Telekinesis and Fade Bolt. So Fade Bolt isn't exactly going to do much against these heroes because the damage reduction, I mean, that's going to, 1 point of that will counter 1 point of the Lunar Blessing. And does it scale up? Not exponentially. I mean, Lunas will always keep up, but Fade Bolt is only going to negate the bonus that Luna provides, so it's not really going to do a whole lot even then, but Not that it's not exactly a bad thing, but it's about sealing this black hole. If this Rubik can pick up a Blink Dagger in a relatively quick time, we might see some fantastic counterplays coming out from these heroes as well. They're getting the Naga Siren banned out from Na'Vi, so they're giving respect to the fact that a black hole could instantly be countered by the sleep, stolen by Rubik, and then a reverse black hole as well. But Alliance is sort of lacking in, I'd say, spike damage. Batrider and Chen, and Venomancer, and even Rubik, they're not exactly known for blowing up heroes in a couple of seconds. So they're not the type of hero people who can jump on heroes and just completely rinse them. So they need something else, some big team fighter, someone else to provide that damage. Storm Spirit banned out from Alliance as well, so once again, not going to give Dendy that big, high impact, highly aggressive hero that he's going to like to play as well. Because between a Storm Spirit and a Nyx, that's some easy pick-off potential on heroes like the Spat, the Chen, the Venom, in fact all of them. I mean, open up with Nyx stun, Storm Spirit on top, there's no hope in hell for that hero surviving, so... I think this is what you like about these two teams as well. Their captains are very experienced, they know what they're drafting, and these guys have faced up against each other so many times in the past, and traditionally in a very big way, that it's always nice to see. And they're always so good at picking each other. And this is going to be a Dendy Wind Ranger. So I've seen him do this hero quite a few times before. Really good. He can really hit those shackle shots, power shots on point as well, and sort of shows that a mid Wind Ranger can actually do some serious work in the mid game. But like I said, it's all about what's going to be the loader hero. I doubt this is going to be a loader Venomancer. I probably like to see. Well, I'd be actually really worried if it was. But they need a big hard hit for loader. I think they need something like a PA or a Void, maybe even an anti-mage. But I don't know. I think they need to go big or go home with the carry, because they've got a lot of work to outdo a Wind Ranger, a Luna, a Dazzle. It's going to have to be something really high impact. Probably an AFK farming hero, because Alliance's heroes can sort of win their early to mid game without them, especially if Batrider does get that early blink.
5 seconds remaining.
But they need to have heroes that are going to give Rubik to farm. Not Rubik, but it's actually going to be loaded to farm site, and it's going to be a Morphling, so what better way? I mean, you can't shallow grave someone which gets blown up by a shotgun, so if Loader does get a nice amount of farm on this Morphling, gets that shotgun up, let's say within, let's say a 25-minute Lincoln shotgun build, that's going to be really devastating against heroes. Even like Havorst, I mean, he'd probably be only rocking sort of Manta and Helm of the Dominator, so if he doesn't exactly pop off the BKB, Manta, Helm of the Dominator and BKB, so if he doesn't pop it off in time, he could actually get burst down. But, I mean, you can kill heroes like Puppy, Dazzle, even Wind Ranger, and you're forcing these heroes to go BKB, which I think these guys are going to want to go more aggressive items, so... A nice pickup as well, just because you're always fearing that the shotgun could always come.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
To those of you, welcome to the chat as well. 13 people have joined, so thank you very much for tuning in. This is Flower Paladin Caster Pub. Today and yesterday wasn't exactly the best time, unfortunately. I did a fundraiser for my rat Nifty, and unfortunately he did actually pass away last night. So to those of you who donated, I'm very generous, but I will be refunding the money back to your PayPal account. So like I said, thank you very much for your support, guys, but unfortunately little guy, I think he just gave up. I've now got a very, very sad brother who sat next to me just moping around, so let's hope he picks himself up. But anyway, let's move on to the game itself. So we'll put up the last hit to deny. So we're going to have Admiral Bulldog up here, played on the Batrider on this off lane. S4 going to be actually playing the Venomancer in the mid, so he's going to be going mid on that Venomancer. Chen being played by RK, Loader on that Morphling, and this is going to leave EGM on the Rubik. And I love this cosmetic set, look how smiley he is. I always thought Rubik has a bit of a frog face with this set, so... yeah, thanks a lot for your support, guys. Nifty did pass away last night. It was quite shocking. I went downstairs to give him his medicine, and he was just flat in his tube. But little Sharku here, the remainder, he's not very happy, so he's like permanently attached to me at this moment of time to try and... He's depressed, I can tell. It's not very nice. Meanwhile, Na'Vi, we have Funnick on the Nyx. I think that's the Dagon on his back. It is. Oi, you, don't go wandering around without me seeing. We then have Dendy is going to be playing that Wind Ranger. What an amazing set in mid. Love that hair. Style of the Wild Wind. Amazing. Puppy is going to be playing on the Enigma. Going to be heading into the jungle. It looks like an aggressive jungle. He could be going into the Radiant, but I don't think that'd be a wise idea with the tri-lane. Havorst will be playing on that Luna, which leaves Kuroki on the Dazzle. So, some, like I said, some very interesting picks. Some very staple heroes for both teams as well. I don't think I've actually seen Loader play Morphling that much in the past. He does. I think he likes sort of playing more actively, sort of AFK farming heroes a lot of the time. And when it comes to heroes which make an impact, he likes to get up a load of core items. So Morphling can fight early. You know, he's quite deceptively tanky. Oh wait, what's happening down bottom? It's just EGM, just giving a bit of harass onto Funnick there. Has he got a stout shield? He hasn't. So it's just man moding up. He has gone that first point boots. I think he's sort of realised that he's not going to die in this lane unless he gets slowed. And you know, I think he's got those boots against the Venomancer, who they probably thought was going to be maybe going bottom, but then again, who else was S4 going to play? So Windrunner against Venomancer. This should be a good win for Wind Ranger. Sorry, because the natural range increase. Although when Venomancer does get the Plague Wards up, she's got to be very careful when she pops Windrun. Pops it too early, and it could be her death, especially if the Gale comes out. This Batrider's going to have to hang back because there's an awful lot of damage coming out from these dire heroes, especially if there's Trident up top and they don't know where the Enigma is. So this is not going to be a quick blink dagger at this rate. He'll probably stay here, get to level 3 or 4, and then maybe rotate into the jungle. But already the harass is coming out, already the poison touch, and look at the damage going out. That's physical damage, and he's already down to less below half. So, oi, turn and face me, you. Don't turn away. Okay, you stay there. We'll talk later. So some warding coming out by Kuroki there. So he's going to see the heroes, but they are smoked. But he is wise to their bait. He is not overextending there. So he's only level 1. He's not getting absolutely nothing on this lane. But it's better to play overly defensive and get no levels rather than try and get a little bit of experience and end up getting killed. They may rotate onto mid though. They are actually going to rotate on towards Dendy in mid on the Wind Ranger. Oh no, he's actually quite far out of position as well. He's actually up here on the high ground, but going to be quite some way to get back. But yeah, here we go. So the poison stick coming out. It's not much damage. In fact, it's pretty much negated by the healing. But if he puts another point to that poison sting, we're going to see a lot more damage coming out from those wards. Meanwhile, top, let's have a quick look how the sort of the graphs are scaling. So we do have experience going in the way of Na'Vi. That's entirely because of this guy here, the Enigma, level 3, 1,000 gold already. So he's getting off to a fantastic start. I don't know if that's going to be Arcane Boots, a Blink, a Mech. It could well be a Blink Dagger. Because I think if he gets that quickly enough, then Rubik's certainly going to be hitting 6 before him. In fact, Rubik's only level 1, so that's no way going to happen. It is starting to dip back up. Gold, though, in the meanwhile, 750 in favour of Na'Vi. Once again, the jungler playing a big part of that as well. The last hit is actually going in favour of Wind Ranger in mid, which we did expect, and the Luna on top. Once again, that base damage. It doesn't matter if the tower's taking creeps. She can easily get the right clicks regardless. Not many other carries can do this, short of having a Quelling Blade and high base damage, so... bit passive in the lane so far. I do like that sound Denny though, it's really nice. S4 is going to be playing on the Venomancer. He has actually gone 2 points in the Plague Ward, so it's nice extra damage. He may go for a 3rd point, he does. I thought he might have gone back for a 2nd point in the Poison Sting, but it looks like they are going to dedicate to the push. Now, are these heroes going to be able to get away with that? Are they going to be able to push well? I guess Na'Vi doesn't exactly have a great counter-pushing lineup, but a lot of these heroes require their big level, so Luna needs to get 6. Wind Ranger can pick up, you know, quite a bit earlier. Nyx does need levels as well, but he's still only level 1. It's the Rubik. Rubik is at least level 2 now, so he's getting a little bit. I thought this might be a pull through, but it's not. It's just checking the rune, it looks like, which will go top. It is an illusion. No one's gone to claim it yet, but then again, this wall of wards coming out from S4 here, so this is going to make it incredibly annoying for Wind Ranger to push in, but that's 3 gold. She does outrange those wards, so if she can get the last hit, that's a nice amount of gold. I mean, 15, I mean, that's not bad. If you kill all 5 of those, that's about 75, so, you know, getting those skillful last hits is going to make all the difference there. I wonder if my co-caster is ready. Not yet, no, so we'll find out when he is. Quite impressed by Admiral Bulldog up here on his Batrider. He has got his Tranquils, and he's going to go and... here we go. So he knows what's going on, but he does have a ward, so he knows his pull was coming, and he's just going to burst these guys down. So Kuroki's going to try and get a little bit of spam out, but... he is going to still get, he gets all of the creeps, there's still the big one left. Are they going to go on that? Yeah, this is going to be going the way of Horse though, so. Doesn't get all of them, but I mean, he does get an entire creep wave. Puppy does rotate up as well. Does Batrider see this? He does now, so. The jig is up, as it were. But yeah, no first blood yet. Kind of surprising, considering how aggressive these early game heroes are, like the Rubik, like the Veno, like the Wind Ranger and the Dazzle, so it seems like mid is just trying to get the upper hand on each other while... oh, power shot does hit on S4. But the man's actually got pretty decent strength. I mean, without any strength boosting items apart from the 3 attributes from the Aquila, he's already got 720 health. Oh, I missed first blood. Oh, damn it. It was down there on the Nyx, so it does look like the lift and the fade bot were committed. No adaptive strike. Don't know if Wade Form was given out as well. Probably was due to the fact the mana cost, his mana has gone right down. But that's a big deal. Did that go to the Morphling? That went to the Rubik. Still better him than nobody else at all. But Loda taking, I mean, he's got a Midas. I mean, that's a very good timing on that Midas. Midas, 500 gold as well. And Wind Ranger is starting to feel the harass coming out from this Venomancer. So those wards, what's he got? He's gone, yeah, 4 points. That's 38 damage. And they're also doing a little bit of that tick damage, which also provides a slow as well. Also keep in mind that Wind Ranger's Wind Run is a percentage move speed increase. So if you're hit by Gale and then it's 50% extra, you're going to pretty much go to normal speed. Yeah, you're negating auto attacks, but he's going to be able to catch up with you again very easily. So one less have an effect on the graphs. I mean, the experience did dip up there, so you can see that right now. Tower does go down as well, so that should give the gold, yeah, pretty much in favour of Na'Vi at the minute, but it's not insurmountable. It's only 1,000, and they're sort of keeping it consistent, and that's with a jungler. The Morphling Midas is going to start doing some time. I wouldn't be surprised. What is Hafal saving for? I think the smart choice would probably be a BKB. I think he should try and get the items to fight early, because this is a push strat, this is a pick-off strat. Then again, BKB isn't really going to help against a backlighted Blinking and Lasso, but I don't know. I think Midas could be punished because I think that Morphling can still do a lot more damage, a lot more in the early game with Midas compared to what Luna can. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But the push may be coming bomb, so we do have the Wild Wing. We do have the Sage Sphere, that 4 HP regen. They're going to be helping out the Quick Wave quite a lot as well. And this tower's already down below him half. There's nobody down to defend it. I don't think Na'Vi have any intention of defending it. Nyx is coming back, but just to clear the creep wave there, the waveform was committed. The sun comes out on a few creeps. This is going to be a tower drop. Is Funnick going to get a little bit cocky and get with him mid to the die? He's not. Smart idea then. The Rubik was nearby. He didn't have any sentries though. Neither did Chen. So, but again, he didn't have invis. So probably would have cost him his life there. So very well played there. Hello there, Sharko. Turning around to face him now. I'm happy about that. So tower for a tower. This is a very even match so far. So the last hits are going in the way of Na'Vi, and they do have the jungler as well. Batrider isn't going to be that behind for long though. He hasn't rotated into the jungle yet, but he's actually got 1600 gold plus his Tranquil, so he's actually having a really decent time up here in this top lane. Havos does hit that level 7 though, so Batrider does need to be careful, because if he decides to jump on it... Oh, I thought that was a kill. No, I always freak out when that little thing turns up in the middle left. So what's Dendy going to build towards? He's got Manto Vicenzi, he's got Phase Boots now, he's got 1300 gold. Could this be a 4-staff? Could this be literally an Orchid Rush? It could even be a Blink Dagger. So a Blink Dagger, a really underestimated item on Wind Runner, I feel, or Wind Ranger, because you can blink and then get an immediate shackle. And he has got those 3 points as well, which, you know, isn't surprising by it. What else you could have put it in Wind Run? Probably not a good idea. But it could even be a Blink Dagger to sort of, because if Batrider blinks in and grabs someone, you can blink in and sort of shackle him to something. So it doesn't exactly counter the lasso grab, but at least keeps the Batrider in place. Or if you're really lucky, you can throw it at the Batrider, blink and then throw it at the Batrider and catch another one of his allies out of position. That'd be even better. So then again, that's what Chen's for as well. So I mean, he's level 6. He's got that ulti. His farm isn't doing too badly. Oh, what's going on in mid? They are going on the Venomancer. So I think this guy is doomed. He is actually quite tanky. He's still got bottle and magic wands. The sun comes out. It doesn't actually manage to commit. Black hole committed for the Venomancer. Oh, is this going to be a steal? It's not. But then again, Enigma does drop. If it was that worth it, I don't think it was. Are they actually going to get the kill up on Kuroki? He might do, but then again, here comes the Replicate out. The Morphling will probably jump to this. Stun. Hits on 3 or 2, including the Replica. Power Shot comes out as well, and they're going to fall back. So whether that's worth it or not, I'm not entirely sure. They did get a mid-Venomancer, but they do shut down the Enigma as well. Rubik tried to get close enough to get the telekinesis off. Did he? I don't think he... Yeah, I think actually he had to run into the black hole to actually get that off then. So... Oh, my battery's low on my laptop as well, apparently. That really sucks. Let's see if I can change the power options. God. Okay. This is not good. If my battery might cut out my laptop, which means I won't be able to see the chat. So after this game, I'll run down and get my... I'll get my charger. My girlfriend was using it for her laptop because she broke hers. And we'll see what happens there. I think my laptop is, yeah, it's just gone to standby, so I can't see what you guys are saying. Really sorry there. Bit of a cough, ran to the bus. Bit bit out of breath. Oh wait, here we go. They're going to go mid on Denny. This should be a death. He just going to pop the wind run. All the nukes come out, but in comes the telekinesis, does drag him. But then the Shallow Grave comes out as well. He will probably drop to the poison. There's an awful lot of it on him. He does get denied by Enigma. Really well done there. They're going to turn around back on S4. Is there going to be a Lunar nuke coming in? There's not a deny coming out, so really well done by the Enigma timing that against the dot poison then. But Batrider Blink Dagger was brought out. They did show it, and the Chen army, one of the creeps does also die as well. So really a big load of skirmishers coming on. Funix taking the time to solo bot, and he realizes he's useless in these fights with only a stun. He's trying to get his level 6. Meanwhile, Loader feels the exact same. He's got that Midas, he's already got the Perseverance, so he's going to be trying to work towards that very quick Lincolns. I mean, who do I give the upper hand at this moment in time? Maybe... I wouldn't say the graphs are really representing much. The gold is less than 1,000. The experience is about 1,000. There's not much going either way. I mean, I think we're starting to see S4's sort of Venomancer sort of come into his own as well. I mean, he's got 2 points in the Gale, 2 points in the Poison Sting. I think he wants 2 points in the Gale just so he gets a little bit of the dot damage, 30 damage per second over on that, or every 30 damage every 3 seconds now to help combo up with the Poison Nova to actually kill people off. That just goes to the power of this Dazzle as well. I mean, that Shallow Grave bought them enough time to get the deny off on Dendy, so he doesn't exactly suffer anything as a result of that. We do have a replicate of the Chen, so they're probably hoping that they're going to jump out on that, but they should realise that this down bottom is a bait now. He's not exactly right-clicking for the largest amount, even for a Chen. Illusion comes out for the Enigma. The thing is about Enigma illusions, they look exactly the same as the hero, pretty much. They're so hard to tell apart from a casting point of view. They're a little bit darker. I think their eyes are more glowy because they're darker, but that's pretty much about it. So I'm really sort of wondering how this is going to move forward into the mid game transition. Both teams have heroes which do really well at that point. I'm waiting for this Rubik. He has got that 6. So the one thing about Enigma is that when you cast that black hole, you have to commit to it, and you cannot change the spell. So you need to make sure Rubik's either shut down or disabled, or otherwise out of the fight, or not there. Because otherwise, if he gets the steal and then he immediately cancels his own black hole, that could be the big turning point. Because Enigma puts down black hole, all of Na'Vi running, but then the Rubik black hole comes out, and then Na'Vi is still trapped by the time the Alliance heroes are freed, assuming he doesn't catch the Enigma. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him literally rush this Blink Dagger build next. Hopefully nothing's going to happen. I'm going to quickly minimize out and jump to my little message I'm going to put in the chat just so people can see that I'm in the game. There we go. Oh, that's not right. This is not meant to be streamed. It's meant to be casted. Cast. Okay, there we go. So it looks like all of Na'Vi is starting to gather up in mid. Even... Well, Luna's actually away, just trying to kill some Ancient. She has gone for that Yash and going into the helm of the Dominator, so... Like I said, maybe BKB wasn't the best idea, because he'll probably just get picked up and jumped on anyway. Lol, fuck off. People don't like it. That's not... Oh, that's that Sparks guy. He doesn't really like me for some reason. Oh, wait, here we go. So, are they going to jump in on Puppy? No, what's going on here? They're going to find it... Oh, no, they might be going for Roshan alternatively. So, shackle him to a tree. The Firefly has been popped, so... But he's just going to use it to farm, so... here comes the Chen army. So the Chen army is going to reveal the fact they're going to take out the ward as well, which is really good. Shaka comes out, hitting 2 of the creeps. Then he's like, no, you don't get away. Stun comes out as well. But no, they're not going to do anything else with it. Chen brings back the creep army, and I don't think they're in a position to actually do Roshan, because a lot of Alliance, they're a bit out of position, but they're rotating in. So EGM's on his way. Loader's not exactly far away. He's just pushing up bot tower. So Na'Vi have to make a decision now. They do take out the Centaur, but there's a bit of pressure being applied all over that. Loader's, like I said, not very far away. He doesn't have much mana to fight there, and it looks like they are actually going to go in for the Roshan. So Alliance should know this is happening. They know that Na'Vi are all around that area. They haven't seen any of the Na'Vi heroes apart from this Dazzle. So it looks like they're just going to be quite happy just to give away the Aegis. They should know this is happening. Here comes the Whirlwind coming out as well, so it's going to be far too late. So that is going to be an Aegis given to the Luna, so he's not going to care if he's going to get picked up and back-red lassoed now, because he's just going to be able to roll away with it. So it looks like they're going to clear out the plague wards in the middle lane here. We do have an item coming out in the courier. What is that? Oh, it's nothing. I think Denny's just taking a bottle back. He is just taking a bottle back, but he did go for that 4 staffs. Experience, like I said, it's never really fluctuated more from that 1,000 at any one point. And the gold, once again, hovering around that 1,000 on average as well. So still very close by both teams. But what sort of items do we have coming up now? So Venomancer picks up a 4 staff. Chen will be going for the mech. Lincoln's for the Morphling. Like I said, Rubik has got to be saving for that Blink Dagger. It's going to be such an important item for him in this game if he can get it up at a decent rate. I think the push, then get a few towers is certainly going to help. And Ebon Bulldog is working towards his 4 staff. Enigma did pick up the mech. Like I said, Puppy doesn't really rush the Blink Dagger. I don't really see him go for Blink at all. He normally sees that his team go aggressive, or he gets initiated on so we can reactionary Black Hole. Luna, like I said, Yasha, Helm of the Dominator, might just be a casual Morbid Mask, but he may even go for the BKB next. And we do see the Force and Ranger, Arcane's up on Funnick, and Kuroki with that just basic boots, Moon of Shadows, poor guy. Life for support, but here comes the push mid. They've got the Plague Lords, they've got the Chain Creeps, they've got Bat who can grab somebody, and Na'Vi aren't really in a position to contest this at this moment of time. Luna and Dazzle are on their way. Dazzle's actually going to TPN, but the tower does get... No, it doesn't get to range. Denied by Dendi, so... Denying that amount of gold, then the Chain Creep gets sent back. There goes the Poison Touch there, so... I wonder if that's still touched there. Yeah, poor Centaur, he still gets hit. Yeah, Centaur Conqueror, that's his name now. Puppy's rotated top, they should have seen this, so I don't know if they're going to group up and maybe try and threat some other towers, but then again, the only tier 1 they've got left is top. I want to keep an eye on this Rubik as well, because he's he's only about 400 off his Blink Dagger, and then Puppy's got to be really scared, because the signature thing about his hero could be turned right around on him. It might be one of those matches where Black Hole might not never come out, but it's just the threat of a Black Hole which could happen instead, so which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay, let's have a look. So, Batrider, the levels just don't seem very high at this moment in time. I'm gonna sort of have a look at the. I got my shortcuts here. I'm just being sloppy. Sorry, but so we have 2 level 11, well, the 5 level 11s up on the board, and would you know it, it's all the heroes who are getting all the farm in the early part. But Na'Vi, like I said, are having the edge slightly with experience. The Batrider only level 9. It's the cooldown on that. That's it that you want to come out. So guys, I work in a call center and I had a 2-hour call before I finished my shift, so my throat's, I haven't had a drink yet, so my throat's a little bit coarse. I'll fix myself up during the transition from game, well, I don't know if there is a game 2, I don't think there is actually, so I think this is literally just the best of 1, but then I will be casting the Na'Vi versus, I think a C9 game later on tonight, which is also going to be really amazing as well, so that'll be awesome. Go away, Steam, I can't see anything. There we go. Let's have a look at this net worth. That's probably one we want to keep on now. So Morphling is actually the top in terms of net worth. He has picked up the Ultimate Orb and the Perseverance. Has he got more? I think that might be the Lincoln's on the way. It is the Lincoln. So Morphling is ready to start fighting. He's got a nice amount of health and he'll have a nice amount of mana to mess around with in these fights. Whether he goes for that shotgun, I'm not entirely sure, but he's doing a lot of damage this top. I mean, Na'Vi are going to contest it. It looks like they're actually going to go, and they might be able to get a kill onto Horst. The Aegis has popped. It's actually gone. I mean, they must have actually picked off the Aegis previously, so... Was that the reveal of the Blink Dagger? It's not. He actually just picked it up now, so big items coming up. We've got the Lincolns out for Morphling, Blink Dagger up on Rubik, and the tower as well, so that should have a bit of effect of our gold graph. Certainly does, and have effect moving forward, because that's Luna out of action for the next 30 seconds. Literally rushes a Mantis, so maybe she could have done better with a BKB, not entirely sure. Oh, Venomancer does actually, in the meanwhile, get a kill onto the Nyx. Where was that? So down bottom, so looks like someone said lol that 4-staff Gale, so... And this is not what you want to happen as Na'Vi. I mean, you're meant to be the team, I'd say, that has the superior mid-game team fight. I mean, Alliance's team, they do have sort of reactionary team fight. The Venom ulti requires you to get in close. Chen's a reactionary. When you take damage, you heal up. And Rubik's reacting off that Enigma. But Na'Vi's heroes, okay, Batrider's are one of the ones that jump in and get stuff done. But Enigma, Luna, Wind Ranger, Dazzle, Nyx, they're all heroes that want to take part and get hero kills. So when you're actually down in the kill count, it's not really that great. Enigma's actually going to go for that BKB now. So I believe that you can't get spells stolen when you've BKB'd. I might be wrong, but it might just be for... Actually, I think you can. I'll have to ask. I'll have to look into that after this. But Puppy is going to be going into that Black King bar. It could just be a casual ogre cub. He is quite squishy, but I imagine he's going to finish the whole thing. So he's not going to go for the blink. Because if he blinks in, he's probably to get lifted up by Rubik anyway. He'll do a counter blink. So this is the pain in the ass against an Enigma. This Rubik. I mean, as a like a a slot 4 support, he doesn't even need farm. All he needs is a blink dagger, and then your Enigma's entirely countered there. Dendy's going to be making his way. Let's see if it's going to be a Scythe or a Lincoln. It's probably going to be. I'd say the Scythe because I think they need shut down, but it might not be surprising to see the Lincolns and putting it on the Luna, so that they're going to have to blink in and pop an ability to be able to grab that to grab the Luna, so we can't just get instantly back lassoed. So remember Rubik to 5-man black hole. So the chat's anticipating, I'm anticipating, all on EGM here. So he's got the capability to do it. He's got the tools. He just needs to be able to actually pull it off. Nyx has also picked up his Blink Dagger, so it's Blink Dagger Doto. So Enigma goes in, black holes. Rubik goes in, steals it, black holes. Nyx goes in, and I think the good unique thing about Nyx, I think you can pop Spiked Carapace. Oh, they're going to go on EGM, and he is going to drop. No, he's actually going to get killed. He's not dead yet. He's actually going to survive the Hand of God and the send back. It's going to have to secure him. I don't know if the Hand of God was necessary, but I think they just wanted him to stay around that team fight. He's come back already. So we're not even fully healed yet, but they do manage to get a grab out onto the Luna. There is a shallow grave. It's going to go out on the Luna, and they're going to retreat. But the Force Staff is to bring out a position a little bit more. She does actually drop. So who was that Force Staff from? I'm not entirely sure. Was that a friendly one? I'm not entirely sure. It might have been Dendy's. If it was, yeah, it was Dendy's. So it actually put his friend in more harm there. But Kuroki's also going to drop. What was that? That was stolen. That's demonic conversions. I mean, that's not a bad ability as well, because now there we go. It's been popped, and that's even more push to go out. Stun go out as well. Poor S4, he's just getting chain stunned everywhere. He's actually working towards that Aghanim Scepter, and he's already got the point booster, and he's about 3/4 of the way there. This tower will secure him. Yeah, he is 3/4 now, so he just needs 1,000 gold, and he's got an Aghanim Scepter on a 22-minute mid Venomance, and that is scary, because what does that level 2 Gale damage go up to? It goes up to set damage 81 per second for 14 seconds. After magic damage, let's say it's around about 50-60. 50-60 damage for 14 seconds, you're looking at around about 700 to 800, maybe more damage. A lot of these Na'vi heroes, 1200, 1200, 800, 900, 1400. They're not, the Venom is enough going to bring them below half by itself with all the other things on top. So this is going to be really good moving forward. And Morphling, look at his farm. He's now got nearly about 4k up on the Luna now. That is a couple of deaths. It's going to set the Luna back, losing that gold and the ability to not farm. The experience. So I'd say the first proper time this match has dipped back up in favour of Alliance, and the gold about 6,000 in favour of them as well. So I won't say it's Alliance's game to lose. I still don't think it's nowhere near saying that Alliance have firmly got this game in the grasp of their hands, but I'd like to say that they've definitely got the advantage moving into this mid-game period. And I mean, they're well set up. This Morphling, he's already got the Eagle Song, and that's taken him very little time. He's only about 800 gold for picking up the Ghost Scepter aspect as well, and then we're going to see a shotgun. And like I said, around about 25-minute. I'm not going to be surprised if that is actually going to be the case. So 25-minute shotgun. Here is like this Enigma and this Dazzle and this Nyx have got to be very scared. Meanwhile, Venomancer does get the top tower. Is that going to be? He's got enough for a Scepter if he wants to buy it. Venomancer isn't exactly he's going to buy out, because Venomancer is one of those heroes you don't need buyback. He can't do much of it. If he pops Ulti and he pops Gale, he's pretty much useless apart from throwing out some Plague Wards. So it doesn't make that big a difference, but I'd say definitely the Poison Nova is a big deal. That goes down to a 120-second cooldown. Oh no, 120-second cooldown. Same as what it was, well, not same as what it's before, but it's level 3, which is about 3 levels off. That's a 60-second cooldown. And that is infuriating, because every single time you go to take a team fight moving into this mid-game, you're going to have that Scepter cooldown coming out as well. So, hello Sharky, you come and say hello? Good boy. Oh, Morphling and he replicates out, so you never see this in pubs. You normally see Morphlings just tend to sort of just start carrying by this point, especially with double damage. But in professional play, you see a lot of Morphlings, and they're fantastic split pushers, and they're so goddamn infuriating, because if you get the jump on them with anything, with a stun or anything, they can just start morphing. You need something like an Orchid, but even then, killing a Morphling in that short period of time is very tricky, and he'll just jump out to his replicate to safety. Did they go on in then? I don't think they popped. Yeah, they popped the stun. They didn't really pop that much to try and stop him then. But this isn't a type of game where we see. I mean, Dendi hasn't really had any effect in this game as of yet. I mean, it's not his fault. It's just the nature of Alliance's heroes. I mean, even with Shallow Grave, they're still able to get kills after that team fight happens. EGM is loving life. He's actually going for his own Aghanim Scepter, so he wants his Stolen Black Hole to have that Scepter effect. So what else has he got? I mean, maybe he wants to steal Focus Fire for that awesome right click for modifier. Dazzle Scepter is definitely not a bad thing. That's really useful. No, it doesn't affect it. Yeah, as someone just said in the chat, they have 5-man in jungle right now, Na'Vi, and they're kind of scared. And I don't know if Alliance don't have vision in their jungle. In fact, Alliance is pretty much limited to vision their side of the map. What about Na'Vi? Na'Vi just basically have your typical bot rune, top rune spots warded as well, with Sentry in the bottom as well. Sentry going into their jungle as well, so I'm going to see if there's going to be any smoke amps coming in. Luna has now picked up the BKB, and Dendi has actually finished off the scythe. Very good timing from him. So, Bottle, Phase, Scythe, Force Staff. That's going to be really troublesome for this Morphling, who doesn't have a BKB, and probably no intention of getting one anytime soon. I hear a Mask of Madness, and it's on that back rider. Oh, Shackle comes out. It does shack him to a tree, but he's moving so fast with that Force Staff, they're nowhere in a position to counter, but I mean, if you want to be able to grab someone and get out quickly, then this is exactly what you want to do. I mean, if you're quick enough, you could probably pull a hero right out of that Shallow Grave range. So what is that range? It's pretty big, but I mean, if you're really flat out and you catch one out of position, you're never going to be able to get him to do that Shallow Grave. So prevention is better than cure. You know, instead of trying to fight their way through the Shallow Grave, they can just kill someone before it actually takes effect. So a lot more effective. Avos is actually keeping up pretty well in terms of the levels. I mean, he's just about to pop his 16. What about the rest of them? 16 is up on the Morphling. I mean, that's a replicate. You know, that's max level replicate. Now, it's going to do a lot of, it's going to, you know, the Lunar Illusions is going to be, you know, quite useful as well for pushing when it comes to late game if he does manage to steal that. And where the experience was in favour of Na'Vi before, it's all in favour of the Alliance at this point, just because of the last few team fights, they've been riding on the back of that. I really need to get a drink from my throat. It's absolutely killing. Let's switch it back to Universal View. There we go, that might help. Soda is gonna. It looks like he's gonna move into the Skadi next. So another one thing about Morphling is that you very sort of rarely buy pure damage items on him. I mean, you can get something like a crit stick, but generally it's best to get attributes because attributes suit this hero really well. He is quite reliant on his mana when it comes to morphing, and the more strength and more agility he has, the more he can, you know, if he morphs full agility, he's still got plenty of HP afterwards. So I don't disagree with this. Or the BKB was forced out from Luna. They're probably going to back off. Are they? No, but that's, I mean, that's at the 10-second charge. That is the 10-second charge forced out. So that's not where you want to be in. I mean, if you get blinked in by, what's the BKB rushing? What's the point of popping the BKB if it's a back rider? You're either going to get grabbed or you're not, you know. So that's not really going to stop him. But Puppy has, he has got the BKB. People in the chat are wondering why he's got, why he went for the mech instead of the BKB instead of the blink dagger. Oh no, this could be deadly. Are they ready to cut this out? They must know. Out comes Chen. They know. In comes the power shot. As a Morphling's hit, he's going to try and blow up then. Puppy, he doesn't. Where is that Rubik? Is he nearby? He's getting picked off at the back line. Oh no, he's not. Where is he? He's, I can't see Rubik. Okay, he's over in the back lines. He doesn't actually manage to get a steal. He didn't actually steal anything. I'm not too sure what happened there. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. Lions are just rolling over in this team fight, and then we did get a 2-man Black Hole, but it's just not enough. Venomancer does kill the Wind Ranger. Chen does actually manage to pick off the Enigma. Back on the back lines, have also actually been stuck up onto a cliff, so these guys are pretty, yeah, the Alliance are back for him straight away. He's not going to get out. He doesn't have a TP, he doesn't have a BKB. He does actually manage to get a kill onto the back lane in the meanwhile, but here comes a revenge kill. Could that be a GG? I don't think so yet. I think this is only a best of one, so it'd be a bit premature to call GG, but Na'Vi with only 2 kills at 30 minutes. I mean, a kill every 15 minutes to this team. This isn't traditionally what this team is like, so, you know, we just haven't had, you know, these big plays coming out from the Nyx, or the Dazzle, or the Wind Ranger. It just seems that Alliance just seems to be just flat out outplaying them at this moment in time. Loader is getting massive. He's got enough for another Ultimate Orb. And he's only about 1,000 gold from actually finishing off the full Skadi. And I mean, when you're at this point, why would you not want to finish that? Because he's got Aegis, and he probably isn't going to die in the team fights anyway. And he is right-clicking really hard, really fast. 22 armor as well. That's another beautiful thing about playing the Morphling. If you do morph most of your stats to agility, it only gives you more armor. And against the Luna, I mean, that's definitely going to help. So he's a hero that hasn't been appreciated much recently, but since his Ice Frog tweaked him after TI2 and they removed the ability to cast spells or do anything during waveform, and now you can again, I think it's sort of made this hero a bit more popular once again, because you can use the ethereal, you can waveform while adaptive striking, and then you can replicate out before that even ends. And I mean, if you manage to get a kill, there's absolutely nothing you could do for a repercussion or a retaliation point of view. So, and I don't know, I personally love seeing Morphling. My friend Frostball absolutely hates the hero after the TI2 over picking days, but I think he's one of the more fun carries. You know, oh no, so it does manage to come out. Was there a wand or something popped? There was a wand. I think there was a mech as well. So, and that's what you need just to try and protect yourself. The grab does go out. Who does it go out onto? It is on Phonic, so they should be able to pop him down. They are, and they're also going to be able to get a kill onto Kuroki as well. That's 2 down. And I said, Alliance at this point are just, they're not sloppily executing. I mean, they're going into these fights and not exactly getting the ideal heroes to grab, and Rubik isn't getting the best steals. I mean, he got Impel, which is pretty good, but it doesn't matter. Na'Vi just cannot counter them at this moment of time, and they're probably going to go high ground right now. I mean, you can't exactly contest with your stuns and your big team fight ultimates and abilities coming out. And look at that, the shotgun does about 900 magic damage to Dendy. He's forced back to the wall, so he's not going to be in this fight. Here comes the Midnight Pulse now, just to try and stem the tide, but this Morphling doesn't care. He's just going to stay there and keep right-clicking. In comes the nuke. He has got Aegis as well. He didn't actually go for the shotgun, my apologies. He actually went for the Manta, so, I mean, that's an even better item as well. So, more move speed with the Asher involved. The illusion's going to be fantastic, and he can prop himself out of things like Orchid if Orchids do come online. So, we look at the farm on... I mean, looking at the gold, we're about 15 in favour of Alliance. Oh, experience about 8,000, but the BKB's kept up. The Veil ulti goes out. It doesn't affect anyone though. Oh, they are going to get a kill onto Arcade. Arcade does drop, but mind you, they're going to grab out Puppy, and he's just getting completely nuked. But then again, the Shadow Grave comes out as well. Luna does manage to kill Chen in the back line, so he should. Poppy's not going to actually. Dendy just actually managed to throw out the shackle shot. It's not going to latch onto anything, but it looks like the rest of Alliance are just going to dive in. The damage coming out onto Kuroki here is an absolute lot. And here comes the black hole. Is there a steal? There is a steal. There's the black hole. Has been caught. Is he going to be able to do the counter black hole now? Loader is going to try and he does waveform out. In comes the counter black hole. He does actually manage to catch all 4 heroes. It does end pretty abruptly, but that's a 4-man black hole. It's the best one we've seen in date to this game so far. Morphling is going to pop. He's still morphing. He's still alive. He's out of mana, but he's managing to haul ass and get away. Is it going to be the power shot? There it is. He does. Well, nice shot by Den. He does manage to pop the Aegis. Morphling's going to come straight on back though. Oh, the shotgun blast comes out. Bit of an overuse of ability sense, using both the shackle and the scythe. But this is going to be Hivol's death. There's nothing he can do to prevent this. Denied by Dendy. Very well done. So, because he had the poison sting on him or the gale, he was able to actually get the denial. So, and GG is caught. That's going to be the end of this game, so it looks like Alliance do actually manage to take the match from Na'Vi. But yeah, I mean, really dominant match coming out from Alliance, and this just wasn't the type of style of play that we normally see Na'Vi do. I mean, big playmakers, really aggressive builds as well. Just didn't really seem they're on point, but I think that this Venomancer pickup was fantastic, and the Rubik getting that early blink and Loader getting farm as well. I cannot fault any of their lineup, so really well done to Team Alliance. I'm going to quickly see. Someone's inviting me to a party. We're not going to be doing that. So let's have a look. See, is there going to be a game 2? Let's have a look. See, if not, we're going to be back in a couple of hours, or probably about an hour and 20 minutes actually. There it is, Alliance vs Na'Vi. It might just be a best of 1. It is a best of 1, guys. So that is actually going to be it for the broadcast at this stage. So we are going to be back in. Let's have a look. See, we're going to be back in. I think it's an hour and 20 minutes. Don't hold me to that though. When is it? Na'Vi versus Na'Vi versus Alliance. What's that? Is that gonna be? Oh, whoa! We actually got a rematch going on. It's gonna be Alliance versus Na'Vi. I thought it was Alliance versus Cloud9, but it's actually Alliance versus Na'Vi. The HyperX D2 Western Challenge is coming up in an hour and 20 minutes time at 8 o'clock p.m. +0, 2100 CEST. So guys, we're going to cut the stream at this moment of time. We are going to be back for that match, so please stick around. Remember to tune back in when it comes to an hour and 20 minutes. We will be casting game 2. So like I said, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Flower Paladin. For those of you who did donate to the Save Nifty appeal, unfortunately Nifty has passed away. Didn't actually manage to make it yesterday, so before his operation, so I will be refunding the money to you guys very shortly. But guys, thank you very much for watching. We will be back in an hour and 20 minutes. Love casting with you. Catch you around soon. Ta-da, guys.